Hi guys, Emin is asleep. He does not feel good. I have a lot to talk about and to do in this video. I've been gone from my house for a week. I just got back and I had like the longest weekend of my life, and I kind of had a really bad week. And also there's just stuff that I want to talk to you guys about that I haven't talked to you about before. It's just a lot. So this is what my room looks like right now. We have a very small room, so it gets messy very fast. I have so much to do, but it's 5 p.m. and my brain hurts so bad. I'll explain to you this big issue that I'm facing in a second, but let me just first tell you guys how I got to this point in my life of being in shambles and kind of what is going. Oh my God, I just had like a hallucination. Anyway, I'm going crazy. Here's what happened. I went to visit my family in Nashville. We used to live in Nashville. We moved to LA. We were hanging out with our family all week. We were there for a week, and we decided while we're there, we had all these opportunities of like concerts to go to with our friends and people who we liked or whatever. We started in Nashville on Thursday. Saturday, we drove to Louisville, Kentucky, which is 3 hours from Nashville, okay? Then we drove home, so that's 6 hours. Then we drove from Nashville to Birmingham, Alabama for another concert. Also, we wore masks to all the concerts, just in case you're wondering. We went to Birmingham, Alabama for a festival. I saw my favorite band. I'll put a clip of me watching them right here. It was amazing. It was like the best day ever. I had so much fun, but it was like so taxing because I don't know if you guys have ever been to a festival or like a big concert that's outside, but it is so tiring. You have to walk everywhere. And we had already driven 3 hours a day. So that's 9 hours total of driving so far. Then we drove 3 hours back to Nashville the next day, stayed there for 5 minutes to get clothes, and drove back to Louisville, Kentucky, which was another 3 hours. So that's 9, 12, 15 hours back to Louisville. We went to another concert. I saw Jaden Hostler. He was really, really good actually. His drummer is a good friend of ours, so we got to hang out with them for a while. Again, wore a mask, but that's beside the point. And that was 15 hours, and then we drove back home. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, 18 hours of driving. Oh my God. It was so tiring. I don't think you guys understand. Seeing that many people, meeting that many people, driving that much, I can't explain to you how exhausted I am. So I came home to a bunch of packages. I'm going crazy. I'm fully going crazy, and I feel like I'm living in a dream. Oh, and Emin took a COVID test, and we're gonna take COVID tests in 2 more days. So we have to wear masks in our house. We wanna make sure we didn't get COVID. I'm sure we didn't because we were super safe and are vaccinated. Let's just, I guess, clean my room first. I need to wash my sheets. I need to wash my laundry. I need to unpack my luggage. I need to clean my room. I'm filming you right now. You look really funny. I also feel like I'm dying because I got my period today, and I got the implant, the birth control implant. It's called Nexplanon. There's like ads for it on TV where they're like, you know those? I've had really weird side effects. I had 2 periods last month, which is actually pretty common. And then I got another one just now. So literally I got off my period less than 2 weeks ago, and now I have another one because the first one was just so long, but I'm still adjusting to it. I only got it a couple months ago. So birth control is great. I really don't want to be on it, but there's not really a better way to not have a kid. My sheets are in the wash. Also, one of my plants spontaneously started dying while I was gone. I came back, there was about 8 leaves that just fell off. It's very depressing. How do you feel?
I feel fine. I just feel so numb. No, I just feel tired.
I just laid here for a long time. It's now 6:30 p.m. Let me turn this light on so you guys can actually see me. Hold on. I just laid there for a while. I cried a little. I did this thing the other day that I wanted to tell you guys about. This is a moss pole, by the way. There's something I did the other day that made me feel so unbelievably good, and I wanted to share it with you all because while we're on the subject of me losing my shit and having a weird day and a bad week and everything, I feel like everybody always talks about self-care and like rejuvenating yourself and taking a break and resting and all this stuff. Like if you feel down, right? I normally just like lay in my bed during the day and I'm like, oh, I'm just taking a break and I'm resting and I'm relaxing or whatever. But there's always this thing in the back of my mind that is like, hey, you need to do this thing. There's something you're putting off. Like whatever it is, there's always something. There's always something that I can come up with that I need to be doing at that very moment. So my like quote resting is never really resting because I'm like anxious the whole time. So the other day I was feeling so overwhelmed. I just went into my bathroom. I shut off the lights. I lit a couple candles and I took a bath for like 30 minutes. I just, for the first time in like a year, genuinely felt like I relaxed for a second because I actually tried to relax. Like it wasn't just like procrastinating and calling it relaxing or like going on TikTok mindlessly and calling it relaxing. It was like actually like, I'm not gonna do anything right now. I'm not gonna clean my room. I'm not gonna do anything that needs to get done. I'm just gonna chill out. And I did it. and it was amazing. So I'm thinking I need to do that tonight, and I think Emma needs to do it too because he really struggles with depression, and I think stuff is hitting him pretty bad right now, and he's feeling really sad after like leaving his family because they live in Nashville and he's really close with his family, so he has a hard time going to see them and then leaving. I cannot relate, not because I hate my family or something, but I am just so, I barely even saw my family this trip, but on another note, I am so detached from most people. This is such a conversation switch, but I don't know if anybody relates to this, but I'm like alone in the world. I've never talked about this before, but I have Emmett, and that's pretty much it. And it sounds depressing, but it's true. It's not that I don't have a family. Like I have parents, I have siblings, like whatever. And like if I absolutely needed to, I could, you know, go stay with them, or like if Emmett died, like people would be there for me, but like I still feel like alone. I am an entity, like an island, and the world is separate from me. And Emmett is the only person on this island because like I have friends that I've made, but like none of them are that close, and like I have family members, but none of them are that close, and like they never have been. Like my whole life, I've just always felt this way. Sorry, just eating trail mix. But so because of that, I can feel okay going on a trip, coming home to my house in LA, in a city where I don't have that many friends and I don't see many people, and I just have Evan. Like I'm okay. Like if it were just me and Evan in the world, I would be totally fine. It's kind of depressing, really. It's like I don't know what it's like to have like those really deep connections with other human beings other than him, because he's the first person who's ever really gotten to know me. Like me, the real me, not the fake me, not me putting on a show, not me lying to myself or lying to other people. Like he's the first person I have fully 100% ever been honest with in my life. My closest friends right now, they don't know me. And that's my fault. That's not because I have bad friends. I have some really good friends. It's just I choose to not talk about my life unless people ask. I don't know if you guys relate to this, but like I just don't share with people unless they want to know. I'm not gonna go trying to forge deep connections with people if they don't want to. And like Emin gets so close with people because he's like unapologetically himself, and he has no shame in who he is or what he believes, and he will just talk and ask people questions and get to know people, and I just can't relate. And sometimes it scares me because the only person who I could rely on if something goes terrible and who really genuinely knows me for me, that person could die. Like realistically, he could die at any moment and I would be alone. And that's fucking terrifying. And I don't know how to fix it. Like I don't know how to change that. How does one start having deep connections with people? How does one let people in on their lives? Nobody truly tries to get to know you. Nobody pokes and prods at you like you expect them to. And so you just never really, you know, tell them about your feelings or what you've been through in life or who you really are. Then you're just not close with people. And it's not the friend's fault because nobody does that. Like nobody's gonna go asking me, hey, what's your worst childhood memory? Like what was your life like growing up and what have you been through? Oh, do you have PTSD from your childhood? Yes, I do. I sound dumb saying that, but like I'm not trying to throw a pity party. I'm saying I choose not to share these things with people. I just kind of learned a long time ago that it doesn't matter how close you think you are with somebody, they can still hurt you and they can still mess you up and be a horrible friend to you. And I've been a horrible friend to other people, and so it's just caused me to shut down in life. I just don't trust anybody. So I'm cool being here in Los Angeles all by myself with no family and not a lot of close friends because I don't feel that close to them anyway. Is that bad? Does anybody else feel that way? I just know that who I am currently today in 2021, people don't know that person. People know, you know, a childhood version of me or a mini version of me that they met, you know, at events or with Emin or whatever. I just kind of hide, and people don't care to open the curtain, and that's fine with me. I know it's not good, but I've been, you know, existing like this for so long. It just doesn't affect me anymore. I'm doing fine, even though I physically feel like I'm gonna die. I'm doing another load of laundry though. It's been so long that my sheet load is done. Emin should be home soon, so we're gonna go out. Guys, Emin and I just went to get dinner and we came home and everything, and Emin used the bathroom, and he has this fun thing that he does every time he goes to the bathroom. I don't know why, I don't know what he does in there. Somehow the mat always ends up looking like this. And I fix it, and I make it nice and straight all the time. And then after he uses the bathroom, somehow it always looks like that. Why is the mat like that? What are your feet doing? Go sit on the chair and give me an impression.
I do karaoke's while I poop.
Give me an impression of what you're doing. That's not karaoke.
Yeah, it is. That's me while I'm pooping. Gets the bowels moving.
Emin. I'm really proud of myself, guys. I actually did something. I thought I wasn't gonna get it done. As you can see, I did mostly clean our room. There's nothing on the desk. I unpacked the luggage. I washed our sheets and I kind of made our bed. I'm really proud of myself. So this just goes to show that even if you're having a bad day and you're exhausted and your husband is sad and everything is confusing, and I genuinely hallucinated multiple times today, like you can still get stuff done. Emin and I are gonna watch The Hangover now. I'll talk to you guys later and I'll see you in a couple days. Bye.